Hello YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel, The Painted South. Okay, so in my last video, we decorated the living room, which I'm standing in now, and I mentioned that we would be moving on to the other side of the living room, which is also the entryway. We'll be decorating that today and on into the kitchen. There is a bar height kind of pub table in between and then on into a seating area. Now I am still in summer mode. It is actually August the 1st when I'm filming this intro. I already filmed the decorating portion just maybe a week ago in July. It's crazy hot here in South Carolina. I am not even considering putting up any fall decorations. It's just way too hot. It's way too humid. And so I'm still enjoying sharing all of my summer decor, and it still feels right for me because it's so hot. And I'm going to leave all of this up until early September, I believe. I think the end of summer is actually September the 22nd. And so sometime at the end of August, early September, I'll start the summer takedown and then we'll get into fall DIYs and fall decor. But in today's video, let's enjoy seeing the rest of what I put up for summer. And also I have some clips where I was shopping in a couple different stores. I have a couple little finds to share with you that I've picked up over the last few weeks while I was out and about. And also today I am going to take a bag of donations to the thrift store. So I thought I might pop in there. I'm not going to do a lot of shopping. I'm really trying to get rid of some things to make room for anything new that I am picking up. Kind of like a one out, one in type thing because I just have way too much stuff. So let's go see if we can find anything today and then we'll get into how I decorated the rest of the living room. Okay, let's get started.
Well, I didn't find anything that I needed at my local thrift store today. I did like this white turkey platter that was only $5, but I really didn't need it. As most of you know, in the last several years, a lot of the thrift stores are now pricing their items like they're an antique store or even a new retail store. And as far as retail stores go, Ross and TJ Maxx and HomeGoods, they're usually ones that have fantastic prices on really beautiful home decor. I was tempted to buy this beautiful green glass vase and this shell piece, but I left them behind. A few weeks ago, we visited the upstate in South Carolina and I popped in a couple thrift stores. I did find this green Jefferson glass dish for only $3.25. I thought that it would be cute used as a little sponge holder by the kitchen sink or as a trinket tray or even a spoon rest. I love this color and I think it is perfect to use for both spring and summer. I purchased another set of these vintage Sirocco gold birds. Now, I already have several pieces of this collection because I have a design idea that I'll end up sharing in a future video that will incorporate all of these pieces. Okay, so these were kind of random impulse buys from Dollar General, but if you want a small planter pot, these were marked down 50% off if there are any left in your store. Now, I bought this darker green one and then the two cream colored ones, and I don't know why I left that beautiful kind of a turquoise teal blue one behind. I found this green pot several weeks ago at Ross for only $6.99. This is one of those beautiful green colors that you can use all year round. I purchased 4 of these ceramic planters from Lowe's, and you'll see how I used 2 of them in just a moment. I love this color. It is gorgeous. So, in my last video, I shared my amphibian home invasion story. Well, the saga continues from that same blue planter pot that I thought we had cleared. It ended up having another surprise in it. I had brought the pot back inside a few weeks ago and then noticed these little white things. Well, they were eggs, and one of them was hatched. Luckily, I spotted the little guy on the edge of the pot, so my husband took him outside, and that blue pot is staying outside. Alright, let's get into decorating. To save time for this video, I went ahead and decorated the entertainment center shelves. We actually never watch television in the living room, so this entertainment center is just really balancing the fireplace on the opposite side of the room. In the future, we would love to replace that front door with one that allows a lot more light to come in without having to have it open. The lighting in this house is very minimal in certain rooms, so I get to use a lot of lamps, which is a great excuse for me to keep buying them. Decorating these shelves can be a little bit challenging, and so I did remove one of the upper shelves so I would have at least one taller area to do a display. I decided to take these potted plants that were previously on the other side of the room and use them here on the shelves, and then in their place I just added some simple off-white ceramic pottery pieces. On the next lower shelf, I added some texture using architectural corbels, some sand and seashells in a glass lantern, and then I also added a little starter plant in one of those Dollar Tree vases. In a previous video, I painted these shells. They can be used as either little decorative shelves or as bookends. If you missed that summer makeover video, I will link it in the description box below. I love layering frames, and so on that top shelf, I layered a small piece of artwork inside of a taller empty frame to sort of take up more of that space. The wood lanterns are just like the ones that I used on the mantle. I have 4 of them. I got them at Lowe's. There are some more shells in there, and then I used a little bit more faux greenery. And now this greenery that's inside of these painted terracotta garden vases, it looks very realistic, and so it works really well to use it mixed in with other real plants. So for this whole cabinet, I just really tried to keep everything simple, and I just tried to bring in the colors that I used in the rest of the living room over to this entryway area without being too overbearing. I love these large conch shells, or some people call them conch shells. I've started a small collection, and I hope to be adding to it as I find them for good prices while I'm out thrifting and antiquing. These little paintings were purchased several years ago at an antique depot. I'm thinking next year I might try to pull more of this beautiful pink color into my summer decor. I really love all of the colors and textures found in seashells. Nature always does it the best. Beside the painted shell bookends, I just added sort of like a gray washed basket and had some greenery from Hobby Lobby coming out. I think they call that moss in the store. And I added some real shells, and it coordinates with the mantle on the other side of the room. So, a lot of you already know that our furniture situation is ever evolving. It seems to be a continuous search for the right pieces as we get our home improvements done and get settled into our lifestyle at this home that we purchased 3 years ago. Here's a quick peek for those of you who are newer to the channel. We are trying to add warmth and character to this house, and we're doing it slowly as we go along on this journey for this chapter of our lives. I will link the tutorial on how I created this brick accent wall in the description box below. So in this corner, I placed the third bar stool to sort of balance out the weight of the furniture and to add that darker wood tone on this side of the entertainment center. So this pub table is a project piece and it's not 100% finished, but I'll get to it one day. I wanted to soften all of the hard surfaces in this area, so I brought in some pillows. Now the first ones were in this coral color, which turned out to be way too bright. I swapped them out for these beautiful embroidered pillows, which I purchased at HomeGoods. They add a really nice pattern, and they also add that softer summer color palette that I've used in the rest of the living room. The pillows go beautifully with these vintage lamps that I purchased at Southern Hospitality, located in Greenville, South Carolina. I added pillows with soft colors and a leaf motif, and then I also added pillows in that deep teal color that coordinate with the curtains in the living room. These pillows are not just for decoration. We actually use our pillows and we smash them however we need to get comfortable. I added a small lamp on the pub table. Now it may not seem like it, but this area can get very dark, and so I really like having plenty of options to brighten up a space like this all throughout the day, and especially at night. When I turn on some of these lamps, it really creates a beautiful ambiance throughout the house. Next, I added a small round table in between the recliners that we use for our coffee or books in the morning. It is on felt pads, and so it slides very easily. No decor for that little table, but back on the pub table, I created a little vignette to add another nod to summer. So again, I love to use lots of texture mixed all together so that your eye doesn't get bored. However, all of the colors are still very limited to what I've been using in the rest of the summer decor for this year. I do have a slight obsession with swans, so you'll see that I've used several throughout the living room and on into the seating area of the kitchen. Now from this angle, the vignette looked very incomplete to me, so I layered a brass lamp base underneath another potted plant, which really helped fill in that empty space. I really love this yellow pot. I love the distressed finish and I love the color, and I think that it goes really well with the pillows on the bar stools. I added another vintage swan in front of the mirror in the sitting area. I put her on a gray washed basket to elevate her and to also tie in the baskets that I used on the entertainment center shelves. For a little more interest, I added 2 painted frames behind the swan centerpiece. The greenery is artificial, but the bed of moss is real and it came from our yard. Okay, so I ran into a problem. Cass was not happy that I ruined his table. This is his lookout spot and where he usually drinks out of a vase full of water. More on that in a minute. I've added some more shells to these new planted pots, and these pots are those beautiful ones that I got from Lowe's. I know that the camera is not doing the color any justice, but I love them, and if you can find them at your local Lowe's, check them out. They may be sold out already. I ended up limiting the decorations on this marble table so that Cass could have his special place back. He will only drink water from a vase that has plants in it, and this is how he usually drinks. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you found some inspiration in one of the things that I shared with you today. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. It really helps out my channel. As always, I love hearing your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to do so. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, so until then, bye for now.